According to the Clue Ideal Partner Survey, which spanned 180 countries and is the biggest and most comprehensive survey ever conducted, you know what the answer was? Kindness. The top 5 traits that women wanted, according to this survey, are kindness, supportiveness, intelligence, education, and confidence. Confidence, we know this already. That's mandatory. It's non-negotiable. But kindness, that kind of slips under the radar. There was a quote that I recently read that I liked about kindness, and it goes like this. Kindness is rather like gravity, essential, but little noticed until it's gone. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Payam. Hello, welcome. I typically create content for socially awkward men who want to improve their social skills and ideally find a meaningful relationship. Most of my advice is based off data. It's based off my personal experiences. It's also based off a lot of self-improvement stuff that I read. So if you like what you're seeing right now, consider subscribing. Specifically, what I really want to talk about with you is how to become kind if you don't even know where to begin. Many of you watching right now are a little bit clueless. Maybe you don't have a lot of experience dating. Maybe you just are, you're feeling like no matter what you've done, no matter how many coaches you work with, products you bought, people you spoke to, how many hours you've surfed Reddit, you cannot make any progress. So today only, I want you to drop everything you've read, watched, heard, and let's focus on just learning how to be kind. So I'm going to share with you 3 tips in this video on how to be kind. But before I do that, I just want to mention that I do have a 2-page framework on how to start conversations with women in real life. If you want to get that, the link is in the description, or you can visit startconvos.com. But anyways, let's jump into the 3 ways you can become more kind if you're not sure where to start. Okay, let's do a little hypothetical scenario here. Let's say you're on a date with a girl, or you're texting a girl, or you're in a conversation with a girl, all right? The number 1 tip that I have when it comes to kindness, or one of the 3 tips that I'm going to provide in this video, is active listening. Now, before you click away, let me elaborate a little bit, because this advice seems general, but it's not. See, most people get this wrong, and let me tell you why. If you're in a conversation and she mentions that she really cares about the environment, all right? I'm giving you an example here. Later on in the conversation, or another time, another day, another date, what have you, if you want to communicate that you've listened without saying that you listened, bring that subject up again. So let's say you're going shopping. Again, we're rolling with this example, okay? And you tell her, hey, you know what? Let's go to this store. They're actually environment friendly. They actually donate 10% of their proceeds to XYZ cause, right? I'm just making this stuff up. The point is, when you communicate that you remember what she said before and you use that information in the future, you show her that you are a good listener, that you pay attention to details, that you actually put your phone away, that you actually are interested in getting to know the person. So to show kindness, to show that you're thoughtful, that you're a good listener, that you actually consider and care about somebody else's opinions and goals and what they value, bring up that information in the conversation at another time. Don't just say, oh yeah, I get it, or yeah, I agree, or yeah, I totally hear. Like, none of that is gonna work. You wanna show action, okay? That's number 1, active listening. When you hear something, well, first off, when you're in the conversation, give her your full attention. Phone away, food away, laptop away, whatever. Take off your headphones. I always say that, take off your headphones. Give her your full attention, okay? As she tells you information, just to make a mental note of the things that really gets her excited. Bring that up later in the conversation or another day, and boom, you've shown her that you're a good listener and that you are kind. Number 2 is small acts of consideration. So let's say you're about to go into a restaurant on a first date. Hold the door open for her. Pull out her chair. Give her the menu. Small acts of consideration shows that you are attentive to her needs. Now, let me be very clear. This is not about paying for everything. This is not about trying to prove your worth. In fact, I would challenge you to not do those 2 things on several occasions. It's about showing that you are thoughtful and that you are attentive to her needs. These small acts, well, they add up rather quickly. And if you show that in conjunction with the listening from tip number 1, you're building up the persona that you're a kind gentleman, that you actually care, that you actually want to make a good impression, that you actually notice details, okay? That's tip number 2. Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying this style of advice, you like the way that I'm presenting the content, the material, and overall you're just feeling this video, do me a favor, hit subscribe and like this video so I know that it's resonating with you. Otherwise, let's go to tip number 3. All right, tip number 3 is to compliment genuinely, okay? Let me explain the difference between a shitty compliment and a really, really good compliment. So let's say, for example, you are in a conversation with a girl, date or maybe pre-date, you just met her somewhere at a friend's gathering. Let's actually rock with that one. You met her at a friend's gathering, okay? And you guys are being social together. Other people are coming into the mix. You're being social with them. And you notice that she's very good at making sure everyone's opinion is heard in the circle, listening, communicating at the right time. Basically, she has great social skills, okay? So let's say that's what you noticed and you want to compliment her on her great social skills. So instead of just saying, hey, you're really good at talking, or hey, your social skills are great, which is average at best, say this. Say this instead. Hey, I really admire how confident you are in social situations. You really know how to control the conversation. Notice the difference? One is generic, the first one. The second one, specific, detailed. I really admire. Who does not want to be admired? I really admire how confident you are. Confidence. Confidence is not something you can always see. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's just like intangibles, right? So now you're giving her a detailed compliment about a feeling that you notice. You notice that she is projecting confidence, okay? I notice how confident you are in social situations. You really know how to control the convo. Specific. Being good socially could mean a gazillion different things. I notice how good you are at controlling the conversation. Admire, confidence, controlling the conversation. 3 specific details in the compliment shows a genuine ability to give quality compliments. I'm not saying if you don't have experience giving compliments, go ahead and stick with the generic one for the first couple attempts. But if this is something you want to improve on, this is something that you notice that you lack social skills, that you're always stressed out and you want to feel good, you want to socialize better with women and with strangers, learn to give specific compliments. That's going to take care of a lot of things for you, I promise you, because people know the difference between a generic compliment, which feels sometimes faked and forced, and a specific compliment, which can be neither one of those. It cannot be faked and it can't be forced because it takes effort and attention to detail to give a specific compliment, okay? But none of this stuff matters, guys, if you don't know how to go from small talk to big talk. So if you want to learn how to do that, check out this video. Otherwise, download my 2-page framework from startconvos.com to learn how to start conversations comfortably with women in real life. Otherwise, if you guys really enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll see you guys very soon. Have a nice day.